Hello everyone, it's Hem here with our full moon in Aries report. Our full moon in Aries. Are you ready to rock and roll? As you guys probably know, I've ditched the tagline idea on these reports. I'm also doing a podcast style report today just because it's easier for me, and I'm hoping that you'll still enjoy it regardless of the fact that I'm not on the screen. It might bring those taglines back later. However, for now, let's just go without. Our full moon is in action-orientated warrior Aries on the 17th of October at 7:26 a.m. Eastern Time and 12:26 p.m. UK time. It's at 24 degrees and 35 minutes. We're in the Aries Libra polarity, folks. We're linking into the area of relationship. Self is the Aries, and for all is Libra. Aries wants the independent I to have its say, make its moves, and be self-sufficient, while Libra wants everyone to be okay and to compromise. It's always a balancing act when Libra is in the picture, as it's depicted by the scales, and Aries wants you to be courageous in relationship while leading. There's a lot to be said about these two signs, and one of the main things is that you're called to balance relationship with the self and others. Yet you're also asked to reach into the way you lead because both signs are cardinal. You have cardinal air and fire cooking up a storm, quite literally, if Aries has anything to do with it. Look at it like this. It's a question of how much of me am I willing to give to you, and how much of me do I need to keep autonomous? Most of us struggle with this in all our relationships and connections. In lots of ways, Aries struggles to give away its freedom, and when it does, often it loses itself in the process. Our full moon will illuminate the difficulty of the balancing act here. How can one be both independent and for all? No matter how we feel, there is no stepping around it. We're called to find a way. Also, whatever Aries does, it does it with gusto. With Aries, there's always the sense of wanting something new. It's an odd full moon in the sense that where most full moons want us to release and go inwards, raring to go, Aries hasn't got time for that. It wants you to put your go-getting shoes on and grab the first dance and the person of your dreams at the same time. Think power as you stride through this full moon. The first thing I clocked when I looked at our chart is the Grand Cross, linking the Moon, Sun, Mars and Pluto, which are all in the cardinal signs. Its energy links back into Wednesday's tarot reading. Not sure what I mean? Do check out Wednesday the 16th tarot reading that I did, maybe in the YouTube channel. Maybe you have too many decisions to make. There are too many options. You're being called by the 4 points. Now stop and breathe for a moment. How can you utilize the energy for good? Release the old notions and let this deep cardinal vibration bring you opportunity on its wings. With our Aries full moon, the culmination that is usual is actually a beginning. It calls you to pay attention, see the signs, and let Aries guide you. Now let's talk Aries. Let's talk Aries. Let's talk Mars, Aries' ruler. It's in cozy Cancer, not really all that ready to rush ahead in an Aries fashion, really. Think the crab happy to take a sidestep. Watch out for aggression and belligerence as you're torn between the drive to go and the will to rest. Regardless, this is the Aries moon, and you will go to the ball even if you are kicking and screaming. This coupled with Pluto and Capri could literally project all your fears and insecurities onto the nearest screen and have you giving in to power struggles. This is not the time to make decisions based on fear. I'm loving that the moon is sextile Jupiter in Cancer, 21 degrees, and trine the sun, calling us to recognise we're being called on a journey where we need to put our faith in something. For some, there may be crumbling as a new future emerges out of the carnage. Be strong, you're being brought to the chalice of justice or truth, to be felt deep within. This aspect supports your inner reflection to ensure that Chiron, Pluto and Mars areas are offset. Now, hanging out by the moon, Chiron conjunct in Aries is drawing us into the space of the healer. Are you ready? Can you bear it? This is your time to heal old wounds that have been grating at you for some time. Sensitive topics may be aired, and you're called to be autonomous and strong in these spaces. I also want to point out that The full moon has North Node also right conjunct with it, which means that you will be drawn with this Aries full moon to literally drive yourself to where you're supposed to be going. So whatever your north and your south node are, have a look, see where you're coming from. So I always use Capricorn, Cancer as an example, don't I? I've done it before. So if Cancer is, say, your south node, you want to come away from that family connection. You want to be more independent because you're going into Capricorn. That would be something like that. But look at the opposites. That's how the nodes work. So say you had Gemini, the opposite's going to be Gemini's opposite sign. Say you had Aries, the opposite's going to be Libra, right? So those polarities exist within the nodes. So do check where you're going and how this is coming up for you right now, because it'll be in the go-getting stratosphere of Aries, asking you to go with what you're meant to be doing. Maybe you're meant to be becoming independent. Maybe you're meant to be becoming more of a homemaker. These challenges will be presented through this full moon to you to look at. Yeah, there'll be some release, but mostly with Aries, there's a call to do something a little different. What was happening now? Something I want to point out, what was happening sort of during the eclipse in Aries, which was the new moon in April. Think about what was happening then, because you might find that similar themes start to play out in this full moon. Now I'm going to do our tarot. Now I know it's not a video, so you're not going to be able to see them. I'm actually going to describe them to you today. So I get 2 tarot for the astrological full moon report. So I'm going to get 2 tarots for you. Ooh, interesting. They're really apt. We've got the Fool, which is great, and we've got 2 major arcana here. We've got the Fool card and we've got the Lovers. I will put a picture of them in the community, and for anyone on Facebook I will add something into Facebook for you so you can see them too, or you can check out the YouTube community. So the Fool is telling you that you need, it's really funny because as I look at the Fool, I see this independent, striding individual going towards the desires and their goals, but recognizing that they need to have this balance in their relationships. And because you've got the Lovers as well, it's a real, the 2 cards literally do say Aries and Libra to me. They do say the Sun and the Moon to me. They do say this is what we need to do. They're saying we need to balance out the 2 opposing areas. But because the Fool came first and Aries is the moon that we're in, and Libra came second, it's quite clear to me now that you need to be leaning into what is your independent self more so than you need to obviously balance the Libra elements with the Aries elements. However, the message that I'm getting here to bring to you guys is actually you really need to be checking in with your independent self. How much of yourself are you giving away in relationship? How much of yourself and your power are you really minimizing in order to make another person feel maybe better in the relationship? Because often we tend to give, each side does it. It's not to call you out, but each side does this. In a relationship, 2 people are trying to make these things work, and often each side gives its power away in some way, shape or form. Now if you're doing that, then you're not in the high energy of the Aries moon here. You're going to find yourself feeling discomfort, uncomfortable, unsure, because you're not in that energetic vibration. And then you move into the Libran energy, which asks you to balance out this area of your relationships, which is the love aspect. How can the 2 of you connect in a harmonious way where one person doesn't feel thwarted by the other? Now it's interesting what the angels are saying right now, because the angels are saying that actually the issue that comes up is actually often that one person guides the relationship and the other person backs down and does everything the other person says. The angels are saying this isn't going to work anymore, and you are going to be, it doesn't matter whether you get kicked and screaming now, you're going to be, it's going to come to you at some point, and you're going to notice how you've been giving your power away in relationship. And Aries doesn't want that. Aries doesn't like that. It's the owner, it's single, it's on its own, it's autonomous. It doesn't need that double, the person to lean into. It doesn't need that. Okay. And then when you move into the Libra Sun, love comes through, this energy of love. You can have both, you can balance them out, and these cards are asking you to do just that. And you're also being told as well in this energy that love is going to get stronger. It is an interesting one because by getting the two cards the way we have, you're actually it's being confirmed that yes, you can do both. Now remember, as you tumble through the next few days, that Aries is the main character. This is the self, your identity, your goals. Aries wants you to be confident and take up space in the world. Stop hiding, experiment, and be the you that you really want to be. So guys, if you've got this far, please do give me a thumbs up. Please do check out the videos above, and do subscribe. I'd love to have you subscribe and join the channel. It'd be absolutely lovely to have you as part of the YouTube group. And if you're also interested, you can check out www.selfloveselfcaresystem.com, and you can sign up to my mailing list too, because there's a prize about to go out to website subscribers, so you might want to check that out too. Now I just want to tell you how and who may be affected. You're likely to be most affected if you have your personal planets or points at 20 to 29 of the cardinal signs. People with Aries or Libra Sun, Moon or Ascendant may be affected too, regardless of these points. Anyway, my darlings, I'm sending you so much love. Hope you enjoyed this podcast style audio, and that you got some information that you need from it to explain to you what's going on now in this space, in these moments. Now, basically, the moon starts about 3 days before and 3 days after. You get that energy for quite some time, and it can last a little bit longer depending on your planets and your personal houses as well. So there you go, my lovelies. Take care. Have a beautiful, beautiful full moon in Aries, and namaste. And do check out the videos if you're interested, and take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Lots of love. Bye. Bye.